Madhav, thank you for inviting. I think, Mahua, what she has done, it is not only morally wrong, ethically wrong, and legally wrong as a parliamentarian. As a parliamentarian, what is her job? The best two qualities of a parliamentarian or any representative of the people is the desire to serve and the ability to perform. Ms. Moitra had none. She only had the desire to serve her own interest. And she talks about politics of Mati Manush. See the hypocrisy. They talk about the politics of socialism, and in their personal life, they want the maximum capitalist pleasures, and she gets sponsored by a capitalist, and she represents the interest of the capitalist in the parliament. Now, she has already accepted that she has given her login ID and password. She has not denied. Darshan Hiranandani has already said that he was almost intimidated by Mahua Moitra. He had to renovate the house, the gifts, the travel, because he wanted some favors in non-BJP states. So it is open. So isn't that a criminal offense, giving the password and login ID? No. As he has already passed, Mr. Paswan has mentioned that as an MP, she is member of standing committees, and so many things can be then, security of the country can be endangered. Ma'am, I did not disturb you. Please, I'll expect the same courtesy from you. And if we see the past precedents also, whether it is in 2005 or in 1951 also, when one Congress MP, he only took, Mr. H.G. Muddal, only took 5,000. He was forced to resign from then parliament. So there also we have precedents where there was cash for query, and it doesn't matter even she not taken cash. In kinds, imagine a price of a Bobby Brown, even if you as an MP, if you take any gift also more than 5,000, she has to report. And she has taken so many gifts, the travel expenses. Now the CBI or any other agency can investigate whether there is a cash trail also. And whether the security of the country was endangered because of this. But what she has done is a criminal offense. And Madhav, when Ms. Mukherjee is saying that how can an MP represent a corporate interest? If you see her questions also, one, two questions if you just take up, even when she questioned targeted the Paradip port, targeted the MOU between Adani, GAIL and IOC. What happened next? Who won the bid for natural gas pipeline? It was Hiranandani. She questioned the readiness, 5G readiness of the country. And that time, Adani's company Hiranandani's company Yota applied for a license for global.
Let Riju come in on that. Riju, there are 3 or 4 questions over here. A, it's not about representing or speaking to any corporate, but when the overwhelming majority of the questions are linked to corporate interests or those inimical to this particular corporate interest, then it becomes questionable. About 50 out of 62, if I'm not mistaken, is the number. That is point number 1. And point number 2 is, A, there's going to be a probe into this entire matter, because at least there appears to be the recommendation of a probe by an agency under the government of India. It remains to be seen what the Speaker does with this report eventually. But there is a fact, the BJP is alleging, Gargi Nandi repeating that allegation, that people or MPs have lost their jobs or were suspended rather for lesser offences, quote unquote.
Right. Now, what is the offence here? First, we have to understand there's a problem in this country that if somebody is alleged, they think they are guilty. Allegation and proven guilty is two very different things. Point number 1, the Ethics Committee has said that we recommend a national level inquiry by a national agency. So before the investigation is over, how can they say that we recommend expulsion? On what grounds? Second question, every corporate in this country has business interest somewhere or the other. Now, Darshan Hiranandani is a blue-eyed boy of the BJP. In Uttar Pradesh, Darshan Hiranandani has 30,000 crore investment. Overall in the country, in BJP-run states, Darshan Hiranandani has more than 1 lakh crore investment. So how can you say that Mahua Moitra is supporting Hiranandani's cause because he is anti-Adani? Third point I want to make here is that there is not an iota of proof here that whether it was cash for query. It is all based on Darshan Hiranandani giving an interview on your channel and an affidavit. Now tomorrow, if I file an affidavit and say I have given 5 lakh rupees to Mr. Amit Shah, he is a member of the parliament, I need to be questioned, I need to be called in front of the Ethics Committee, I need to be part of the criminal inquiry because it is my word against a member of the parliament. Was Mr. Darshan Hiranandani quizzed or questioned by the Ethics Committee or anybody else? So this entire thing is a farce. You have to understand it's a absolute nonsense.
Small question to Riju. Riju is a very learned friend from the TMC. Riju, she has herself accepted. The question arises when the other person is contesting the charges.
She has accepted.
she has
Miss
accepted
Nandi,
taking gifts.
Miss Nandi, she has
given
accepted.
the login ID. And secondly, Riju, please listen to the question and then answer. See, I quoted some questions. If all her questions, or so many of them, were favoring the interest of Hiranandani, was it a sheer coincidence you want us to
Now,
believe?
Miss Nandi, that is where my point is. Now, hear my answer. That is my question here. That yes, she has admitted to sharing her login ID and password, on which there is no clear SOP of the ethics committee of the parliamentary procedure. Point number one.
She has accepted. Also, she has taken gifts. She has taken gifts. Her house being nothing. She has denied.
No. She has never accepted, and not a single thing has been proved that Darshan Hiran and even Darshan Hiranandani on times now, when asked by one of the senior journalists, Ms. Navika Kumar, Darshan Hiranandani said, "Whatever I have written in my affidavit."
Yes, so the affidavit mentions luxurious gifts, and she has also claimed a scarf, etc., so on and so forth. So I don't think that point is even under question at the moment. But let me just request you all to hold on to